Garret from Garrett's Guitar Lessons here, and today I'm going to be going through the solo section of the Wing Cries Mary in standard tuning. So most of this is going to take place in the key of F, but when the chords change, he changes positions too. So it's going to be important to know what chords he's playing over to know why he might be kind of, choosing these notes. Next, most of the stuff from these licks I covered in my Hendrix major embellishment kind of chord or video series. So be sure to check that out if you want to kind of know more of where he's kind of gathering his notes from. So first, let's go through the first lick. Alright, so just like I said, this takes place in F, so the first little bit is going to be taking place almost like my F bar chord, but way up here on the 13th fret. So my first finger is going to be barred on the bottom two strings on the 13th fret, then be hammering on my third finger on the second string, 15th fret. Now I'm going to be changing positions to my second finger is going to go on the second string, 13th fret. My first finger is going to go on the 12th fret, 3rd string, and then I'm going to be hammering on. The only things I'm going to be hammering on are going to be my 14th fret on my 3rd string with my 3rd finger, and the 15th fret on my 4th string with my pinky. So, okay, so once we kind of do that first initial hammer on with that 13th to 15th, and I move to this new position, I'm going to be kind of going to that position, and then striking that, and then pulling off from my 14th fret on the 3rd string to my 12th fret, then be going to my 15th fret, and then back to that initial position on the 12th fret, and then be hammering on and pulling off that 14th fret on my 3rd string, and then back to my 15th fret. So that's probably the most complicated one out of all of these, well, for the most part. And the important thing is that when I'm halfway through and I kind of first hit that 15th fret, I go back to my initial position with the 12th fret and the 13th fret, both on the 12th on the 3rd, 13th fret is on the 2nd. I have to hit that again in order to kind of do the hammer on and pull off the 14th fret back to the 15th fret. Now he's just going to be going to his kind of F major pentatonic scale. So this is going to be the G kind of major shape, or position 1 is the position everyone knows, and I'm thinking about it as my pinky being on F, so now this kind of scale position works. So now I'm going to be kind of sliding up to my 12th fret, and then 10th fret and 12th fret on my 3rd string, so 12th fret on the 4th string, and then do a quick hammer on from the 10th fret to the 12th fret on the 3rd string. So all together. The next lick is going to be very similar. I'm going to be still kind of anchoring myself on that F note on the 1st string, 13th fret, again on the bottom two strings, 1st and 2nd, hammering on my 15th fret on the 2nd string with my 3rd finger, going back to that same position again where I go with my 2nd finger on the 13th fret, 2nd string, my 1st finger on the 12th fret, 3rd string. Now, this one's a little bit simpler as I'm just going putting my 3rd finger on that 14th fret, 3rd string once, and then pulling it off, and then going to my 15th fret on the 4th string, and then back to that initial kind of first move, 12th and 13th fret. So that is. And now I'm going to be going back to that pentatonic scale again. 12th fret, slide up to that 12th fret, and then 10, 12, 10, and then hammer on from my 10th fret to my 12th fret on my 3rd string, 10th fret to my 12th fret on my 4th string. All together. The next one's going to be very similar because the first part is exactly the same. The same hammer on to that 13th fret to 15th fret on the 2nd string, going to that new position, 12th and 13th on the 3rd and 2nd string respectively. Pull off on the 3rd string, and then 15th fret, back to that initial kind of moved position. Only this time I'm going to go 12, 10, 12 on the 4th string, 10, 12 on the 3rd string, and then move up to that 12th fret on the 4th string. The next lick takes place in G. Now the reason why is because the chord moves to G. So now he's going to be moving up to, his first finger is going to be anchored on that 15th fret, which is on the 1st string is a G note. Now this is going to be my first finger on the 15th fret, hammering on the 17th fret on the second string, taking it off, plucking that note again, moving to my new position again. My second finger is going to go on the 15th fret, second string. My first finger is going to go on the 14th fret, third string. Now I'm going to be pulling off on the 16th fret on the third string. And then my pinky is going to go to the 17th fret. I'm going to hammer on from the third string, my 14th to 16th fret again, but this time twice. So, all together. Now we're moving down to B flat, because again, that's where the chord moves. Now this one's even easier, so my B flat, my first finger is going to be going on the 6th fret, and then it's going to be hammering on. Now I'm going to be kind of going to almost making this F chord again, and I'm going to be hammering on my 7th fret to 8th fret on the 3rd string, hitting that 8th fret a few times, 3 times to be exact, and then back to the 7th fret on the 3rd string. Next comes kind of the only big solo-y part that he's got. This is over my D flat, so I'm thinking my D flat minor pentatonic, and it's this nice blues lick that he plays. Alright, what that part is bending up on the 12th fret, and then I'm going to be plucking that 12th fret to 9th fret on the 2nd string. Now that note, those series of notes, I think you know, kind of almost did like an accidental pinch harmonic or something, but those are the notes I picked out. Now I'm going to be bending up on the 11th fret on the 3rd string, and then 9th to 9th on the 2nd to 1st string, and then bending up on the 11th fret and then down to the 9th fret again. So that is 12th bend up on the 2nd string, 12, 9 on the 2nd string, and then 11 bend up on the 3rd string, and then 9, 9 on the 2nd and 1st, and then bend up on that 11th fret, 3rd string again, and then kind of cut it off towards the top of that bend, and then go down to that 9th fret where you put some heavy vibrato on that. Finally, we're back to F over those chords, which are going to be F, and what's going to be happening there is he's kind of right back to where he started, which is my first finger anchored on that 13th fret, kind of hammer on that 15th fret, go back to that 13th fret, go to our new position, that 2nd and 1st finger position, and then I'm going to be going where my first finger is, pull off from my 14th fret to my 12th fret on the 3rd string, back to the 15th fret, repeat that part again. So that happens twice, 12, 14, 12, then 15 on the 4th string. After that, he's going to be going to his F major pentatonic with his pinky on that 13th fret, and that's the scale that he's going through. And now he's going to go 10 to 12 on the 4th string, 10 on the 3rd string, and then kind of walk backwards. So 12 and then 10 on the 4th string. So altogether, that is 10, 12, 4th string, 10 on the 3rd string, 12, 10 on the 4th string, then the 13th fret on the 5th string, and then 12th fret on the 5th string. All right, so that part all together. So there it is. Be sure to be aware of what chords he's playing over. For the whole first F part, he's playing F, E flat, B flat, and A flat, all for 2 beats each. All right, so that's kind of why he's thinking about F right there. Then the rhythm goes to a G. That's why he kind of thinks, oh, well, I'll just go to a G too. Then the rhythm goes to a B flat. So then he thinks, hey, I'll go to B flat too. Next he goes to D flat. So he's thinking, hey, I'll do something bluesy in D flat, just kind of play my pentatonic scale, then just goes back to F, which is why he goes back to F. The chords dictate as much of his solo as anything else. If you enjoyed this lesson, be sure to check out GarrettsGuitarLessons.com for free lessons, free resources, and a free PDF tab of exactly what I went through today. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to put them in the comment section below.